Y'all go check him. Well, if I can hit the right button. I can't hit the right button. Boom. Yeah, we got aluminums. We unlocked aluminums. Now we're trying to. Now I'm looking at this idea right here. I'm going to do something different with it. I need to expand power again. So I'm going to do this diluted package fuel, and recycle the packages back into the system and see if I can make it work. I don't know if I can or not, but we'll see. Awesome. You're awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting on it to pop up on my thing. It's not showing me. It's not showing me you're up yet, man.
Oh, there it is.
Beldreco 2 is now following.
I can go over to the raid situation and see.
Yep.
So yeah, let me go over to the raid channel.
Hey.
I can type you in the
Hey,
raid
stopper,
channel.
bud.
It should show me.
Thanks for stopping by. All right, Factory Workers. This is it's a little bit different
Heck
build.
yeah, Shake. We are going.
I still got Frank going on in the background.
Honcho.
I'm going to pause him out as soon as he starts raiding out.
He's relatively new to our community, but he's a Satisfactory streamer, so we're going to check him out. If it'll let me do it.
I should probably kill his stream here. Okay, I'm out of his stream, so we'll see when the raid comes in. I killed him out because I've got all my background sounds on. Alright, so I wasn't actually expecting to stream today, so it's kind of an impromptu thingy. Oh, here it comes.
Shikya Booty is now following.
Hey, thanks for the follow. So thanks to all the Franksters for coming over. So I'll walk through this build a little bit, since this is like your guys' first time in. So this is actually like, oh gosh, I think I started this build in the 0.7 update. Maybe sooner. I don't know. But definitely I had this going in the 0.8. And you can see kind of what the remnants of my spaghetti factory over there, that was actually my start area. So and I just played through like a noob, just throwing stuff in there. That's all right. And then, yeah, I guess I'll wait for the raid before I go through everything. There we go. Welcome, everybody.
Frank's Place raided my stream with 44 viewers.
Woo! That's a new record for me. Wow. So yeah, welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for coming over. Man. So anyways, I was just saying, this is my like original save where I did everything. So I've got my old spaghetti factory kind of going on over there. I just unlocked phase 5, so I don't have some of the phase 5 stuff unlocked yet. But we're going through and we're doing a city plan revamp of this build. I did end up getting it all fixed after the 1.0 release. Did make get everything fixed because they moved all the nodes around from on the 1.0 release. Thanks a lot for the raid, Frank, and I'll be probably listening in tomorrow between meetings, because you're on while I'm working. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I just probably told the world. Anyway, we're doing a city plan build, so I'm going to utilize the whole map. I have a few radar towers in here. Let me turn my resources off on those. Trains, map markers, resources. We'll turn those off. And, oh, let's turn train stations off too. I have a few train stations. I like trains, I must say. They're my friends. Not the trains themselves, the stations. Stations up here. Okay, there it is. Right. So all these little city markers are kind of where we're going to put cities. I actually kept this on purpose because I was talking about the single rail signaling and how to do that on a push pull. And thanks for the
A
follow.
crew gaming is now
Appreciate you.
following.
So we did Ruston Heights. That was our first city. This is kind of our foundation city. So we're doing all of our foundation parts here. The steel structure that you see below me is the layout for our steel city, which we are calling Steeltopia. So this is Steeltopia here. That'll be a city that's just doing our steel parts. So the way this layout works is we have our raw resources being trained in from mining outposts. So this is an iron outpost here that's drawing from these 4 iron nodes down here. I have a copper node that's coming in there. And one of the things I'm going to be working on is the coal, which is down in that valley over there, and we'll be pulling that in. And you can see I've got a deadlock situation on my old main line because I'm reusing that rail for the mining, and we're going to go in and we're going to fix that too. So that's it. And then the other cities that we got in here, we're going to have an advanced materials city. Got a nuclear city that's going to go with Nuke City 1 because I am going to try and push to try and get 180 gigawatts of power in this build. So I'm going to need 2 nuke facilities and a fuel fuel one, so fuel city down here, and we're going to make this our fuel power plant as well. We have a consumable city here, which will be things like filters and stuff like that. That ammo, uh, basically the bomb factory, as Frank puts it. And then out here, we're going to put our alien tech out here because there's some really nice SAM nodes out here to use. And that will be Nuke Power City 2 because there's a nice uranium node right under the waterfall there that we can leverage for that. This is supposed to be like the prime location for doing a nuclear city build. Thanks for the follow,
Hushed
man.
Nuts is now following.
Hushed Nuts, love the handle. Here we're gonna do an electronic city out here. This will be like our computers and stuff like that. And then out here over the water, and this is gonna be epic. Just a big old over the water build that's gonna do all of our elevator part builds. So it's going to be a bit of a mega factory, but we're going to have this really cool like rail that comes out over the water, and then you see like the skyline of the city with the different size factories for throughput, kind of doing its stuff. I've gone through and done a bunch of research on different things. I did say I was going to steal putting stuff in the modeler. I don't have my window added yet, so give me a second. I'm going to add that window real quick into my OBS, and I gotta open it up. Let's see, that is going to be, what is that going to be? Is that going to be a game capture window, I think? Let me get that running so that I have it available. Because I did lay out Steel City while Frank was talking. And I told him I was going to steal it for the stream. So I do have that available. I think it's going to be a game capture window. And this is going to be Satisfactory modeler. Yeah, and we'll hit OK on that. And specific window. Modeler. There we go. Okay, let's see. Now, if I put that in place, I don't see it in the stream. I must have done something wrong. Huh. Properties, capture specific window, blah, blah, blah. How about I don't need to capture audio. Capture cursor. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Darn it. Well, I can kind of show it in game instead. We have 12 different blocks in the city. We have 4 inputs coming in, and 6 outputs. Our 6 outputs are going to be our um, beams, pipes, encased industrial beams, and then motors, stators, and rotors. So those are 6 pieces that we're building out in this. All said and done, if we're doing 1 part per factory, and this is my blueprinted factory style that we're going to use for Steel City. We're also going to do a different design style for every city as well. Make it look pretty as we go. This is our concrete one. You can see by the sign. I'll give you a little tour of kind of how this is laid out. First floor is basically logistics, so it's basically going to be empty shell. We do have our inputs coming in. As we add, if we need to expand this, they are vertically expanded factories. So we have that. We have some day-night lights in here as well. And, oh, got to call the elevator. Come on, act like you've been there. Oh, a little bit of the elevator music as we go up to the 2nd floor. Dun, 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 cha, cha, cha. And up here we've got our just a basic concrete setup with 6 constructors, and we haven't routed the output yet. And then we have the roof. So, and you can see our lights are on in here. A little bit darker in this room, and we'll go up to the roof so we can fly around. I love the elevator music. Well, thanks. I'm glad you like it. It took me a while. I was trying to think, because I've played through the game a couple times. I finished it in a couple different ways. The first time I did it as a creative, where I like turned off the power and the build costs just to get through it to see, what it was like after the 1.0 release. And then I just finished it, my first survival version of it, on the previous save that I was streaming. We finished that and hit all the achievements. The only thing I have left to do is to finish buying the trophies. There's not really an achievement for it, but it's the only thing I really haven't done in game. So I was like, oh, you know what? Let's try and use as much of the map as we can. Let's go out and see if we can leverage the areas of the map what they're best suited for. And that's kind of how I used AI and went back and forth with it and fine-tuning the designs and stuff, and came up with this kind of city plan idea where each thing is vertically expanded. And we made some mistakes in the first city, which is our foundation city over there, Rusted Heights. So that already has to be refactored. At some point, I'll tear down that and relay it out a little bit. For the most part, it's there, though. It's just that the vertical expansion of that city is not set up the way this one's going to be. This one, we're going to have our resources coming in. These will be our smelters, so I'm going to have copper, our steel ingots here, our iron ingots here. What do I have here? I put signs on them so I could remember what block was what. This is going to be beams. This isn't a full block, so we go out this way. We're going to have our encased industrial beams there. Out here we'll have our pipes. It takes a little while to get around these big cities. This turned out to be a much bigger build than I thought it was going to be. Copper wire here, screws back there, and copper sheet here. What do we got over there? Rotors over there. What's this block? I didn't sign this one. One of these is motors. I guess the other one's stators, because I didn't see a stator block. So it'll be stators and motors. I don't know what side I'm putting which on. right now. And then down below where you see that scaffolding starting to come in, that'll be our distribution block.
Papa_Gibbs is now following.
Thanks, Papa Gibbs. Yeah, there's a lot to this game, dude. Just a ton. And the sky's literally the sky's the limit. As you can see. And in my other save, I actually did create a ladder to see if how high up I could go, and I was like trying to climb to the top of the space elevator. It wouldn't let me go there. It ends up killing you once you hit the build height. So, just a word of advice: if you go up to the top, you may get killed. It's not a pleasant experience. Same thing if you go too far off the map in the direction of the water. So out there was my old way of storing my nuclear waste, just off in a bunch of containers. So there's a giant container farm of nothing but nuclear waste, which when we get into clean energy, I'll train that in and use that to fuel plutonium and eventually fixium. Let's see. Let's take a look at this train situation we have here. So all of these mine stations are push-pull trains. So they work on a single line, just going back and forth between the stations. And the way they're set up is you have one station going in each direction with a platform in the middle. And this train should be running. It's probably over here. It comes. That's him there. And he's running iron ore from these 4 nodes into that. And you can see he'll stop in the station, and you see the train itself has 2 engines on it, one going in each direction, and then the one central car. And that's kind of our mining train layout. And then that's just routed from that one to that one. We can have multiples of these going into that unload station, and when they're done, they'll just take off the opposite direction and go back to the station. So that's your push-pull setup, which also means that we're doing single line signaling. And this is a problem because my old main line comes through here, and you can see these trains are backed up wanting to get on the section that this guy's on. And let's see, do I have a signal for this section here? I do. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull him back, because what we need to do is we need to figure out how we're going to do a passing lane, because I have another train yet that I need to put on this line that's going to go in the opposite direction. And this is going to take some effort. Turn off my self-driving and back him up. And as soon as he gets out of this section, they'll be able to go. And I'm just gonna lock him. I'm gonna. Whoa, no! Back up! Don't. Oh, I guess I could have hit the brake there. That would have been a smart thing to do. Manually driving trains on my network always freaks me out. Not that, a train collision is necessarily hard to fix, but it can be a little traumatic sometimes. Okay. So what we need to do... how are we gonna fix this? Oh, I know. This signal's in the wrong spot. That's one of the problems. Because we don't want to have a signal here. What we need is we need to make sure this train and this train don't enter this section if there's another train on the section, like he is here. This one is right for both directions. This one is only one direction. So the main line is actually only one direction coming in. The two-way section is from here down to where we're going to put the coal. So I'm wondering if I need to cross out this section as well. Because there's our coal nodes down here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what we're going to do is put... we're going to put our 2 miners on those 2 because those are normals. These are impures. I may not tap into those unless I need to. Hopefully I don't need to. We got lots of limestone around here too. More than we need. And I think what I had decided I was going to do down here, we'll set this station up real quick. I determined that I don't need this bypass. I can disconnect this. There's nothing along there that's important. So I'm actually going to take out a couple sections of this. And then I'll have to clean up the rest later. And I think I'll take one more out. I'm sorry if I'm flipping around too fast. I'll try and slow that down so you guys don't get seasick on me. Let's see. Platforms. Let's go to 4-meter platforms for this. And I'm going to start with the center. And the way I set up my stations is always a 5x2 for each section I need. So I need 3 sections, one for the front engine, the one for the freight car, and then one for the back engine. And so that'll be 6. So I'm going to go out. Oh, I wasn't zooped. Get with it. So 5 more would be 6. Where's that going to put us? I might have to go out the other way a little bit. Because I don't want to run into that pillar. Yeah, I don't want to clip through that pillar, so we're going to go out this way. 4, and 1 more would be 5. Then for our stations, blah, 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 transport, train station, and line that up on the middle foundation, facing out, and now we got to change this. Let's see. How do I want that to come out? Let's come out there, like that. I love that they changed. Before they did the rail update, you could not link in a section of track like that. You would have to delete that section and draw. It was just a pain in the butt to try and get that all lined up like that. It's so nice to be able to do that now. Alright, now we need our middle section. Since that node is high, I think we're going to load to this side, like that, so that we can come over the top and down. And then we just need our other station that's going to face the opposite direction there. And then something I started doing just because I like the look of it is we're going to... no, I need a foundation first. Put one foundation here on the end. And then add our little buffer stop. That connects there. I just think it looks cool to have that on the terminal end of the rail. I have them. Why not build them? Now, the other thing I need to do is put in at least one miner. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put both of them in. And I think, yeah, I don't have my fuse module frames, so I'm gonna just go with Mark IIs to start. And let's see if that will actually belt in from there. Yep. Oh, wow, that's a lot straighter than I was anticipating. Alright. Cool beans, man. I have some power out here. I don't want to run off of that pole. I'll run that one off of that pole. I'm going to run this one off the station. So I can just go from the station to that, and now we're powered there. And we should start getting coal into that, because the station's getting power from the train line. Let's make sure we're going. I got a green light on my status rod, so that should be good. Yep, there we go. We got coal going in. Excellent. Nice. Alright, we got that. Drop in another one up here. Point him towards the station. Power him. Bum-ba-da. Green light. Good. Okay. For this one, I'm going to bring him into the top. But I'm going to bring him in on a lift. Let's see. Let's put our lift that way. I don't think one belt's going to be enough. I might end up having to go to the other side. Because I don't... That seems like a very long distance. Yeah, that's only going to reach that side. That won't even reach if I went straight across either. Things that make you go, Let's see. That might make it. Oh, it's going to be tight. Gonna be tight. Alright. Plan B. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to bring in a conveyor lift here. I'm going to tuck him right up against... Not there, right there. Like that. And bring him up 8. This is where I like to come across my stations. And then I will bring in my lift and have it line up with that, like that. Then on the other side, we'll do the same. Bring in a conveyor pole. Where's my line? Give me my line. My lines, my lines. Where the heck are my lines? I don't have a line. Let's see, so I'm going to have to eyeball this. Hopefully I get it right. I think that's it. That looks right to me. And if we go from there to there, see how nice that lines up with the top of that station? I love it. Took me forever to find a way around the station that I liked. Let's see. Now, the big question. Yay! We had enough belt. Alright. Now we are cooking with gas. So that's all set. Now the other part that we need is a train, right? And then we've got to try and figure out our signaling. I think I'm going to actually do the signaling before I set up the train, because this is going to be a nightmare if I don't. Mainline rail is going this way. So we're going to use a block signal to say this is the end of the block. We're also going to put in 2 signals like here to prevent this train from entering into this block if a train is on this section. Now, because this is a 2-way block, I need to kill... Excuse you. I didn't... Here, have some music. You like that? How about now? Oh. Yeah? You like the boots and pants song? Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Come here. Yeah, I use my music as a weapon. Dance fight. Come and dance with me. Come on. You can do it. Gotta time this just right. Come on. Come on, chicken butt. You scared? Was that boom too big? Boom. Run away. Run away. Oh, that's too much fun. Okay. Now we're grooving. Oh, my encoding is struggling. I apologize. Hopefully I'm not chopping up too much. Okay. These signals need to go. Because our trains are going to run along this section. That one's good, because this is a one-way coming out of that. This station may just go away eventually, because this is for something else I was building. In that section, I think we're good. I think that's all the sections we need. Oh, I gotta turn that down though. My ears are bleeding. It's probably because I have it right next to my head. Alright, easy does it there. Alright, there we go. Slow your roll. And I have all the tapes. Let's listen. Oh, let's roll with this one for now. I just gotta make sure I don't. Because I like to use my middle mouse button when I'm building, because I like grabbing what's there. And if I have that going on, it will place the boombox down. Did it stop? Oh. Why did it stop? Oh no, it's still going. Alright. Alright, so I think that actually that signaling turned out to be pretty easy. Oh, there goes one of our trains now. See ya. Alright, so when naming, obviously you can tell I put a lot of stations up on this build. I ran out of the fancy names that it puts in there. For these, you're just gonna name the far station. You can name both if you want, but the one that we need for the timetable is going to be the far station. So this is going to be, I've been using the city name, so Steeltopia, and then coal mine. I don't think we're going to need more than one, so I'm not going to bother numbering it. And that should be it. Then we go ahead and put our train in. Let's put our train in, and we're going to start from this side. Transport train. And let's see, which way are we facing here? Okay, we want to be facing out. Line him up, put it in our freight car, and then put in our opposite direction. Okay. Now we just gotta give it a cool color. Let's see, this is a coal train. We might have to... Ooh, what about carbon steel? Ooh, yeah. I like that. If that doesn't look like a cool coal train, I don't know what does. Okay. Alright, and... let's see. Oh, look at the shine on that. Oh yeah. Alright. Now that we're in the train, we are going to go ahead and call this the Steeltopia Coal Train. Roscoe P. Coal Train. Actually, I think I have Roscoe P. Coal Train on this map somewhere. I don't know where he's at. There he is, Roscoe P. Coltrane. And if you know, you know. Let's see. So we're going to go from our coal mine, and we're going to go to... Did I name the other station? I didn't. I didn't name the other station. I thought I named them all. Alright. Let's just save those changes, and we are... Oh man. Okay. We're safe. As long as we have a green light, we can drive. We're gonna drive out to the other station. Because I'm not using path signals on this section, we can do this. If we were using path signals, it gets a little bit sketchy because when you're manually driving, the path signals do not update. And that can be really sketch. Okay, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. I'm coming in slow through here so I can set my switches as I go. Okay, I'm going to go in here. And our coal station... Oh, well, there's your problem. I don't have a rail to my coal station, do I? Oh, maybe I do. Uh-oh. We got a problem. This is signaled wrong. No, stop. No, 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 no. No. Oh, bummer. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. We gotta go into him. We need to turn off self-driving. And we gotta back his butt up into the station. Back it up, mister. Okay. Now, the reason why this happened is because I got my signals in the wrong place. I need to have the signals on this side of the switch so that I know it is clear to go. So we're going to put them here, and here, and here, and here. That way, each one of these trains knows that this next section's clear. We do not need this one or this one anymore. Now, this should be a red light because I have a train sitting on that section, and it is. Should be red over here too. It is, and I should be red on this side. I am, and green on this side. I'm good to go. Alright, that's what we wanted. So now I can turn my self-driving back on for him because he's going to stop at that red light until I'm out of his way. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to sneak up to the light. And then we're going to hop in here, and we are going the right way. And once we pull into the station, that light will go green, and he'll be free to go. And you're free to go. Alright. A couple things we need to do here on this end. One, we need to name the station. This is going to be Steeltopia. Steeltopia. Coal. Like so. And... oh, trust me, it takes some patience. It is not an easy task to get that to go. The other thing I'm doing is I'm setting that to unload. And now I could finish my timetable for this train and say edit timetable, and we want to go to Steeltopia Coal. Steeltopia Coal, there it is. So I've got both stations in there. Because I only have one car with one item, and one is set to load and one is set to unload, I don't need to tell it what I'm doing with those. I can turn on my self-driving and we can check this. Signaling problem. What? Uh-oh. What's your problem? What could that be? I didn't see. Oh, hang on. Does this actually do something that makes this work? I don't think so. I'm still blinking caution. Where is my signaling problem? That is rightfully red. Oh, is it down here? Do I don't have this signaled properly. When he goes into the station, I need to clear him out. Oh, hang on. This is all jacked up. None of this is right. Is it? That needs to be both directions. This needs to be... Oh boy. I think I'm going to back him up here. Because he now needs to be both directions too. That's our copper. Copper goes up there. Coal and iron are going up this way. Oh, and here he comes. Oh, no, there he went. I lost him. He's all the way down there already. He went zim... Well, I guess I fixed that problem. Because he just took off like a bat out of hell. Alright. Now, for the real test, is we're going to turn on our copper train, too. We turned him off. Turn him back on. We'll go ahead and ride with him and see how we're doing. We have a green light. We should be able to go in here and not get into an accident. Good there. Good there, and we're in the station. Okay. At this point, where is our coal train? Well, he's highlighted red, and I don't know why my trains do that. Whenever I create a new train, I'll get a red highlight on the train that does not go away. So if anybody knows how to fix that, or what to do with that, that is one thing. Let's see. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, it looks like our coal is running just fine. And look, our iron's waiting nice for him to pass. There we go. Push-pull network with 3 trains. And there's our mainline train going through at the same time. Oh, really? Oh, thank you. Excellent. That's so annoying when I could see it like phasing through half the map. Awesome. Grooviness. All right, cool. And then I love what I did with this design. I've got it lit up at night. I love the lighting I did on this. Oh, let me turn off the... it doesn't... I wanted to see how much the windows lit up from a distance. Yeah, it gives it a little bit of light there. It's not too bad. It's kind of cool. The yellow lights on the side really pop though. I like that. All right. So I was doing my master layout here. Got roads, and the reason why I have roads, you know, it's not for trucks. It is for my little buggy. I love this thing. This is how we're gonna get around town. I love it. It just makes me laugh. Now, obviously, I can't drive out there right now because I don't have all the roads laid out. But this is the plan, to use our little factory cart, drive around, and so all access has to be with available to my little cart here. I gotta get out to hit the call button, hop back in. And so one of the things I'm doing when I lay out my factory is I love it. It just makes me giggle. It's one of my simple pleasures. Is seeing myself. Whoop! It bounced up when I arrived. Oh, we gotta back out. Oh. And the hover pack that sticks out. It's just, and he's all crunched over in there. Let's see if I can see it from the, but this is all lit, but I can I have all of my design space so that there's enough room to drive my little factory cart around in between. Now, obviously, I don't need to do this. I can still run around and do that, but there's just something fun about driving a little factory cart around my factories. And the elevator actually serves another purpose, though, besides being kind of a cool little feature, is it routes our power cleanly vertically. So when you power the base, any floor of the elevator, that power is distributed to each floor stop that you have. All right. Let's see. Well, I guess we can continue laying the city out. I kind of have these blocks laid out like that. I did try and figure out kind of what my belt system was going to look like for this, because the belt system is a little complex. Let me give you a little tour of the finished city. So I do use my hover locally, but I have my cannon network for going from city to city. So let's go get a bird's eye view of some of this stuff. And so you can see that this city layout is quite massive, actually, compared to our foundation city, which is over there. Oh my goodness, I totally am not going the right direction. Oh, this is gonna hurt if I'm not careful. Let's get back over here. I kind of shot myself the wrong direction. This is my old steel facility here. So all of the steel that we're using to build the other one is coming through here. Did have to increase the production a bit of this, and I still need to increase it a bit more. Oh, and I think, is that Steely Dan? I was talking about this on Frank's stream the other day, that this was one of my favorite train names. Yep, Steely Dan, because he's run into my steel factory. I have a bunch of like interesting train names on this one. Like I showed you Roscoe Peak train. I've got Motor City Madman, Tin Man is my aluminum train. Radio City Flyer is doing like communication stuff. Bunch of names like that. So this is what a completed city will look like. So you have each one of the factories kind of built up. I have this conveyor system that runs the length of the town and is feeding all the different blocks, but it is above the drive level. This one is an open factory design, similar to Frank's stuff. I don't have... Oh man, that's a good name. Oh. I have a fluids train that I'm totally going to rename right now. Let's see. No. Oh, no, that was right. That's what I wanted. Timetable trains. Nope. Nope. It's not on the same network. This station is. But yeah, so all these belts are coming through, inputting, outputting, so I get a nice little belt bus there. And then I'm sorting it all here into a distribution center with containers. These should all have their signs on them. Yep, there's your sign for what we're making. And then these get distributed out to what are standard input trains. So the large train on the back is our tier 1 train. So all your basic materials, so our plates, rods, and concrete are being loaded onto this train. And then on this train is where our reinforced plates are being added. And that is that's our tier 2 train. So now these are both connected into the rest of my rail network, so I should be able to find, yes, there. So we got Cool Runnings, Copper Top, Duke Nukem, Flojo. Oh, is Flojo... Oh, I think Flojo is doing all my liquids right now. Let's rename Flojo. I like Thomas the Tank Engine better. Thomas the Tank. There we go. Flojo is now Thomas the Tank. And this one's doing like sulfuric acid, nitrogen, and doing a fluid drop-off. Yeah, because we don't have a lot of fluids that we move around. Thank you for the suggestion on that. That was great. Oh, and one of our trains. Steeltopia Coal train is stuck. Darn it. Alright, I guess we're going back over there. But that's kind of the city layout, and this one's smaller because it's only creating like those really basic parts. Obviously much smaller than Steeltopia is. We have our input stations down there feeding all of this. But that's kind of the idea. And of course, you gotta have a welcome sign for your cities. So there's welcome to Ruston Heights. I think I'm just gonna let's do. I need to shoot myself over there, and I don't have one set up yet. But I do have this blueprinted. So, oh no, I'm out of rotors. Ah, darn it! Let's fly over here. Now I do have one super cannon over there in my old base in Old Town, which is I think what I'm going to call it now. So Old Town Satisfactory is got the super cannon, which will basically blast me to any part of the map that I want to see. Takes a little while to come down though, because it does fire me up pretty high into the sky. But you can see the entire map from the after launch. Okay, so what happened here? Why? Oh, right. Right. Huh. This signal needs to go away. We have to lengthen this section of rail. Okay. Alright, I see what the problem is. We missed one. We'll just back ourselves up onto our section. So I'm not using anything yet, so these are going to max themselves out on what they're supplying to my train station, so that once we do get them hooked up and making things, they will start doing that. So, oh, okay. I thought that was going to be another issue. They're good though. So I need to take this one out and this one out. Okay. I hope he doesn't get stuck there. I didn't realize he was on that section when I took it off, but it looks like he's paying attention to the signal behind him, which is interesting. Because that train's going to have to be completely out of that section at the base of our coal in order to clear him. So, oh no, he was going the other direction. Okay, cool. All right, well that's groovy. All right, let's get him going again, and we'll just have to keep an eye on that as we go. Oops. Alright. Alright, I think that's going. Let's get, let's build some of this out a little bit and get some productions going. I redid my blueprints on some of this. Oh, I do want to bring some power over here. Where's my power line? Pow, 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 pow. There it is. Alright, this is going to be my copper ingot block. Right? That's copper. Yep, copper. And then this is steel. This is going to be iron. Wire's too long. Fine. Okay. That should give me enough juice to get back here, which is where I need to be. Nope. One more. Here we go. Put him at our intersection. Hey, you know, I was building all this out and like, oh, where am I gonna put power while I'm building so I can do my hovers? And then I realized, oh, I can put them in the middle of the intersections. Let's grab a blueprint. So I have these set in City 1. So Steel City foundation base is jacked up. Oh no, that's foundation. Wrong one. Steel City base. Alright, good. I'm like, oh man, I screwed up. But I didn't. What I want to do here is I want to make sure I lock in. So the height, because of the steel frames, is kind of tricky to work with. So I want to make sure I lock in on the other one and then just drop it into place. Once I have that, I can pop it in. Now these are really steel intensive, so I can only place like one section at a time before I let it pop back up. That is why I have this hopper here, because I can get to old city where I have a container full of steel beam. We'll grab some more while we're here. So you can see the ugliness of my old build from a bird's eye view. Look at all that spaghetti mess. Oh, it's disgusting. Disgusting. Makes me sad. Alright. And this is my old, I used to have a big central warehouse here. I was bringing so much stuff in that my belts were clogging. Right now I'm just using it to sink extra parts right now. And I have, that is control rods. I should have put signs here. So we're gonna grab a few stacks of this. 1,000, let's go a little bigger. Go big or go home. Let's go ahead and fill up. Oh heck, let's just fill up the rest of the way. We're gonna use a bunch of it, so. And then I have a little, I put a little hop back in here. Boink! And that'll get us back out there. It's a great way for inner city travel. Call them domestic flights, if you will. Yeah. Now the nice thing is if you're an important thing to do when you're using hypertube cannons, make sure if you've got a hover pack on that you are hovering before you enter it. Otherwise you will not be able to control your descent and you will fall. Just a word of advice. Let's see. Seriously. Killing me, Smalls. Alright. No! I'm just out of range. Come here. There we go. Well, these are just temporary anyways, just so I can build. Alright. Now we can build that last corner. Steel City base. And I'll try and put, hurt my head. So I rotate it the way I want it, lock it, nudge it, build it. Done. Okay. Now these are going to be, this is iron. So my next floor is actually going to be smelters. And so I changed my blueprints to be, at least for the Steel City, so that my other blueprint, and these are my Foundation City ones, actually are vertical expanding. So I can place this over top of this wall, and have my next floor. And I have my lights in there as well as part of that. Before I had the floor in there with the walls. And I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense because then I have to put a roof on and then I have to tear the roof off to put another section on. So I flipped it around and did it this way, and now and all I had to do was put the roof on the foundation one. So if I just stopped at the foundation, I would have a full building, right? And then I can expand upwards with my second blueprint and do that. And that way I can design these things this way once in the blueprint designer and then copy them and do a whole city with that design. So some tricks I picked up from Xclips on doing these build designs. Design it once, blueprint it everywhere. Okay. Ba, ba, ba. I don't want to put the floor in yet, though. We'll come back to that. The other thing I want is this is going to be smelters. So I'm going to do a 6 smelter. And these are load balanced builds. Now the reason why I don't have both sides is because... Why is that? Why did I not? Oh, I haven't rebuilt it yet. That's why. It wouldn't fit on the designer that I had. Now I gotta rethink some things. Let's see, center, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My build sections on my city blocks are 6 by 6. And I need to make sure I do this to, and I had this spaced out just right for, oh, I'm like confusing myself here. Let's go this way. My input's coming from the street, the main street, and then so I want to split that when I get onto the floor and then feed into this load balancer. That being said, why does that look... Oh, my input's over there on the end. I have an input from the end. Okay. Wait, what? No, that can't be right. What am I doing here? Those are my outputs. Oh, that's a splitter. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm trying to remember how I did this. I think I brought that out to the edge there. Let me see where I'm at in the middle here. Because when I do this right, I'll have a merger that sits in the middle. That is too far. I think it's just 1, 2, I think is all I need. Off the middle. That should be good. Let's give that a whirl. And then I'm going to flip that around and do it the same way on the other side. Kind of line that up. Lock that in, move it back to, and I think that's the right spacing. I think before what I did is I actually threw down like a splitter or something to make sure I was in the right spacing, but if that clicks to the end, yeah, no, we're gonna have to blow out all the belts and we'll just do it this way. When I do it right, I can snap it to the one side and just rebelt the other side, but I didn't do it right, so I don't want to take out both blueprints and redo it, and they are centered, so I'll just put in my mergers here. And I got lots of room in this design. I have more room than I had in the foundation city, so let's just grab a merger. Why am I doing it this way? I never do it this way. I do it this way. There we go. Let's see, output. Ooh, output. Output I want back to Main Streets. Which Main Street's gonna be this street here. And Main Street's gonna... What are we gonna call Main? Main to first. 1st to Washington, Washington to 2nd, so Washington, Adams, Jefferson, then 2nd to Jefferson. I don't know. Or we can do tree names. It just would be, we call this Elm. I don't know. I haven't put in street signs yet, so I haven't named all the streets yet. It'd be interesting to maybe like call some of the, we do numbered streets in one direction, so it'd be like, let's see, that would be First Street down there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then do like um, different metals. So like Iron Street and Copper Street. Copper, let's see, iron, copper, steel, Caterium Boulevard. Caterium Boulevard, I like that. What's another? An aluminum. Aluminum Street. Tell me you've seen a city in America that has, or in any country for that matter, that's called Aluminum Street. There's got to be one somewhere. Somebody lives on Aluminum Boulevard or Aluminum Avenue. Um, that's just funny. I don't know why. I think that's so funny. Anyways, welcome to the channel. Let's see. Oh, that's right. These are, the way I have these spaced out, they are a half nudge off. So I've got to lock this in. That's why, oh, that is why I wanted those belts to line up, because it made it so much easier to place these mergers. Darn it. Ugh. Oh well. It is what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. It's not that much of a pain. I'm a big whiner. Big whiner. Lock and nudge. Place. Lock and nudge and place. And one last one. Lock, nudge, place. Now for some speed belting. Belt, 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 belt. Whew. That was exhausting. Big wiener. A big wiener? What? What are you talking about, Dave? Big wiener. I mean, that's what she said, but I had to go there. Oh, whiner. Oh, yeah, wiener. Okay, yeah, I got it. I had to think about it, but it clicked finally. No, I said big whiner, not wiener. Alright, I gotta switch this tape, because every time I hear this song, all I hear is boots and pants. Let's listen to any requests out there. DJ's taking requests. We've got Songs of Conquest, A Very Merry Fixmas, Board, Leftovers, Happy Fix Day, the Joel Synthum, Me in My Golf Cart, Lemachal, would be the, what is it? That would be the French pronunciation, Lemachal. Worst of Goat Simulator, Sanctum or Sanctum 2. Any request? Alright, I'm going with Sanctum. I like Sanctum. Or was it Sanctum 2 I like better? Oh, I think it was Sanctum 2. Actually, you know what? I like Le Michel. Let's go with that one. Okay. Alright. Need input. We need power. We need our elevator. We need lots of stuff. Let's start with a door. Come on. What the heck? What's your deal, man? Oh. I gotcha. Nudge, nudge, nudge. And then I need one of these to nudge in here. Like that. There we go. Our door is done. Excellent. Let's see. Now input, we are gonna need iron ore to come in here. With the limestone, I went underground to input it, and I'm kind of thinking this needs to be split because we're doing steel ingots next. Oh wait, no. The recipe I'm using for steel ingots is going to take iron ingots. So it's the output I need to split. So that output's going to come out and go two directions, one this way and one that way. So we could go underground with this. This is the only place we're bringing iron ore in. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put a manhole in. I call them manholes because they remind me of old school manholes. Put a lift in there. I don't... That did not go in correctly. I have two blue arrows and I want one of those to be orange. There we go. Now we are cooking with gas. And we should have lots of iron ore ready to go. So I want to hook this end up last so I don't end up with a bunch of iron ore in my inventory. So let's figure out where we're going with it. Let's see. Think. Nacho, think. This, I want... Oh, I could check my notes. How did I have this routed? Because I have... I worked out my routing for this already, and our iron ingots, I think, is going on line 3. Oh, I didn't... Oh, I had it going straight across to the next factory. Okay. So it does, but if my copper ingots and my steel ingots are 1 and 2, then I need to have this be on the 3rd line. So now what I'm talking about is, like you saw in the other city, if you were paying attention, there is a conveyor bus, and that conveyor bus is going to run on the 2nd floor. And I have them layered from 1 to 6, because we have 6 outputs, and I managed to fit all of the resource movement into 6 belts. But I have to be very careful about how I do that movement. Because I have to have them going different directions. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them here. Yeah, I think I'm going to split them here. And then have them go out on 2 different holes. I'm not sure I like that idea. We'll see. We may have to come back and revisit that idea because I have to have room to logistically merge for additional floors. Which means I may have to move... Oh, that's okay. I'll move it down to the 1st floor for logistics later if we need to do that. And then I can have the other floors outputting in the other direction as well. Oh, I could actually... Oh, Never mind. We're good. We're fine. As long as we don't hit a belt limit, we're fine. So one will go this way, and we'll move that to straight. And let's see, where does that look good in the design to come out? All the way over to that first block there. Okay. So we'll have that come to there for now. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And that will set up our... That's going to set up our outputs, or at least the start of our outputs, and let us know. Now we got to remember that with this wall design, we're actually, this first section is not, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a wall section in so we have a frame of reference. We don't want to paint ourselves into a corner. Steel City floor. So we're going to come in here with that. I'll just lock and nudge that into place. Like that. When you put the walls in, things get tight, right? We're really tight up here. So you can kind of see how things scale. I'm gonna have to reroute that power. I'm not gonna have that power float like that. What was that? Was that me? Did I do that? Was that my gas cloud? Did I poof in the corner? Oh, apparently I did. Alright. Excuse me. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna need another manhole here for my incoming stuff. I think what I'm going to do is lift this like this on both ends, because those are my feeds there, and then I need to split those. So coming in, I need to reverse this and bring that up. Let's see, I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. And then I'm going to put a splitter on the end of that. And then run that square out to each side. Oh. And then I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put my elevator. I think we're gonna end up putting the elevator in the back corner back here. This is where we have the room to do that. Oh boy. I love the way that looks in the sun. Then the way, oh shoot. Our door is right in front of our input. We're gonna have to route that to the side, I think. Which way is the station? To the right. So let's bring that up over. Let's make this kind of match the layout a little bit. Bring it to the center of that section. And if we make this straight, we're coming in here on this plate, right there, okay? So it should be right here. And if we're not straight underneath, it's not a big deal unless somebody is in the underbelly of the city. No, we do want to line it up this way though. I think we're good there. I think that's it. I think I'm too... Nope. I think I'm off a little bit. Alright, let's do this a different way. Line it up this way. Lock it in. Yep, that looks good that way. And I'm gonna nudge it. Half nudge? I think we might be there. Because I didn't have to half nudge it when I was at this train station. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. I think that's gonna be good. It'll be good enough anyway. Now, to line that up... Oh no. What? No way. Oh, this is backwards. How did that happen? That's output. Output. I'm a little confused. Something on my arrows doesn't match up. That is going up. Wait a minute. Is it upstairs? How can that be? Everything's flowing the right direction here. What the heck? What gives, man? What's your malfunction? Yes, that is an input there. Okay, now it wants to go. I don't know, man. That was weird. Yeah, see, now that's right. Because we want to be going this direction. And I think we're lined up there correctly. That leaves our door open so that we can come in and out, and lines us up with the train station underneath. That should rock. Now, speaking of underneath, get a little road rash. Ugh. Gonna be a tight squeeze here. We're gonna be coming out here. There, like that.
David 5335 is now following.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Okay. Then this one, we're gonna do that. That looked like we actually lined that up right. What? That's crazy. There's no way. First try? Oh no, it's not long enough. Where do we run out of juice? Oh wait, maybe we do have enough. I'm just in the way. Nope. Belt is too long right there. Alright, bring it back, bring it back. It doesn't really matter. Because we're going to just go the rest of the way there. Like that. Alright, we should have materials now being sent into our machines. At least up to the front door of our machines. What? No, I'm not seeing parts. Why don't I see parts? I don't like that. Where are my parts? Okay, I got parts to there. Got parts going there. We got parts in this lift. Darn it. There's a little bit of a bug with these lifts, with the manholes, that really irritates me because now I gotta redo this whole section. And sometimes you can see it there, but it didn't connect up when to the one I had snapped on there before. And I don't know why that is. Okay, let's see. One. You passed the audition period. Thanks. Appreciate you. Heart, love, all that. I feel like a real boy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. got the big part. I'm ready to play, coach. Put me in. Alright. Alright, let's see. Now we are flowing. Yay! Yay! At least to the front door. Until we get power, they're not going to load up the machines. And, oh, recipes would be good too, huh? Let's turn these into iron ingots, and we're going to copy that and paste it along the way. Boink, 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 boink. All the way around. You get an iron ore, and you get an iron ore, and you get an iron ore. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh, I guess, did that load up the machines? No. I was gonna say, it shouldn't load it up without power. It was weird. Let's see. No. I don't think I'm gonna have to put up the rest of the walls before we do the next step. Yeah, I think so. Let's get these other floor pieces in. La 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 la. Oh, can I get it to snap in without having to? No, of course not. Okay. Each do 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 do. That looks good. Let's do that. And rotate. I wonder if I'm gonna have enough steel to get all four corners in. What, really? Why are you so high? Said Cheech to Chong. Okay. I don't know why that didn't snap into place better. Seems like it's coming in like really high. I don't know why it's coming in that high. What if I change it to auto connect? Does that change it? Nope. Oh, blueprint. Oh, that's beautiful right there. Then we found our mode. Okay. Let's see. And we said we were going to put our elevator in the back corner. So we need to take out a couple sections here to make room for it. And we got to take out this beam too. We'll put that back in later. I'm just going to clear everything along this section. And then we'll have to like kind of design in place for the elevator shaft. Because, you know, because we do. Because we do. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, that should be enough room for our elevator shaft. Oh, sorry, little mic bump there. Transport elevator shaft. This is one of the newer additions that I like. This has to be nudged into place too. Oh, it was too long, Dave. My Autobot shortened it up and denied it. Where? Let's see. I wonder if I could turn that off so that it... Oh, it timed you out for 30 seconds too. Well, that's just rude. I gotta see about those settings. I don't like it at. I don't mind long messages. Yeah, I know, right? Decepticon all the way. What was it? It was Cloud Strike and who were the two peons that were the fighter jets? Cloud Strike, I think, was like the F-15 Eagle one, and then not Shockwave. Shockwave was the boombox. Oh, so you're gonna love what we're gonna do with the Electronic City. So I have a whole. I haven't released this yet, but um, the guy that was helping me with the stream, who may pop in from time to time, Brian, um, was like, "Be really cool if you could do pyramids," and we figured it out. So we're gonna do the Electronic City is gonna be all Egyptian based kind of design. Because I did figure out how to make some pretty kind of futuristic looking pyramids. Okay, I need to put in a floor. Stop here. Right. Yeah, well, because you have to, because they don't actually have like the best pieces for, you gotta kind of like, it's weird because if you look at the roof pieces that they have this piece that is a beautiful concave piece. If they would just invert it, or no, which one was it? There's a tilted corner. But yeah, if they had an upright version of this, you could make really perfect pyramids out of wall material. But no, because you have your tilted walls for the edges, and so I ended up doing. How did I end up doing it? Oh no, and I deleted it too. I took it out. I had it in this build. How did I do the corners? I think I did the corners with a roof material. Somehow. Yeah, because I ended up replacing the material with glass for the roof sections. But there's a that's in here. Yeah, I ended up using these outer roof formulas, so they're really wide pyramids, but I got them to work. Not as oh, yours are all roof material. Oh, I didn't think about that. Ooh. Oh yeah, because you can do the 4 mil roof instead of the 4 mil slanted wall. Oh, maybe I'll do a mixture of the two. And kind of switch them up. Because I made these glass roof then afterwards. So, that wasn't what I wanted. Because you can swap the materials on that for like that. So you get this kind of a look on the corners. So I did that for the corners, but we could do that. Or tar roof. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna have to play with that some more. Let's see what I can do. No filter. Oh, sorry, that was not what I wanted. Excuse me. Anyway, that's for a future episode. Little teaser there for you. Let's see. So this is going to be turn, click, and that one's all set. Now I need to. Remember how I said not to paint yourself into a corner? Well, I just did that. Oh, I didn't leave myself an exit. That second floor is now fully encased, and without power to the elevator, I can't get up or down. Which leaves us to question number 2. How are we going to route power into here? I have power going into this facility. How did I do this one? I think I did a wall socket out here. It could come off the station. One of the stations. Yeah, let's do that. Let's come off the station and through the wall. Alright, let's put in a power plug Ooh, I could go second story. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put it here. Oh, that's going to work wonders for us for a couple different reasons. It does mean I'm going to have to take that roof section out again, but it'll be worth it for the design. If I come in here, it kind of tucks in under that rail. Come off the station post, which is right there. Look at that. Now tell me that doesn't look like a city power line. Alright, awesome. Love it, love it. Oh. Nice. House is your elevator, huh? It kind of gives me visions of like Willy Wonka's elevator. Alright. Where did my power outlet go? With this design, it's a little hard to find them sometimes. And even harder to get it to attach. So I have to take this one out and attach it. But look at that. Let there be power. Power. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Could drop it down next to it. Because I also need to put the power switch in for the lights. Which is going to be... I guess we could do it over here. Or actually we could do it there. That's the power for my lights. I don't want to run that in front of the light like that. Huh. Don't like that either. Huh. Alright, I've got power. Let's put this plate back in because I'm going to be able to power my... I have an escape plan now. I'm going to come in here. I hate trying to make the power clean. Okay, our elevator is now powered. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put my light switch at. And we need to fix the design. Put this in here, and we'll get the rest from the outside. I could put my power switch in here, but that means extra wiring. I think I put it like here on the other one. That is under organization, light control panel. And you know what? I had not used these before this build. And I was really impressed with what you can do with them. I want try that. Bring that down. I'm going to see how ugly this is. It may not be too bad. So I'm going to bring this one up. And then I'm going to daisy chain my lights each direction. Oh no. That one got turned funky. Why did that one get all wackadoodle? Well, that one's wackadoodle too. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. Well, I'm gonna bother changing it right now. If my OCD tendencies get to me, I will change it, but for right now, I'm probably never gonna be in this building, so I don't really care. And look at that, we have iron ingots coming all the way down to the end. Yay! Wow, it built those out fast too. Filled those belts right up. We may be, and I haven't even kicked over the other side yet. Let's see, which we are gonna do now by just hitting these, and I mean, I may put a little build structure out here, or I may just repower these later. That's something I can do offline. Not anything I need to do right now. Alright, iron is there. We need to punch our hole through the wall here. So we'll take that one out. Let's just, yeah, let's go ahead and go to the other side and do this side too. And then we are going to use our handy dandy conveyor wall hole right there. And do the same on the other side. Like that. Oh. Wait. That's not the right spot. I said I needed to be on the 3rd belt line. That means I need to figure out how many. I think that's just going to be one lift. Let's see, how many belts can I run? If that is 1, we're just doing a little test here. Let me turn my light on so I can see. And that would be, is that going to be 2? Or do I want to go down more? I don't know. I think, do I want them that tight? I think I want to see them. The keyword. I can live with that, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you can't. You just look at it long enough and you're like, oh, I can't take it anymore. I gotta change it. It's, you know what? It's not much different than real life. Let's be honest. Like, if you have a house, you do a good enough job on a lot of things, or you ignore certain things that just need to be repaired for a really long time, and then finally you're like, oh, I can't take it anymore. I just gotta fix this. It's like the door that just, you know, squeaks every time it opens, or doesn't close quite right, or, you know, the one my wife was talking about the other day, it was the creaking floors. It's like, can we do something about that? It's driving me nuts. It's like they've been creaking for 18 years. So I think, yeah, do I want it that level or that level? It's going to change our conveyor. I think if we keep it condensed, I might be able to get all 6 belts, because that's 3. Oh heck, we may be able to go, hang on, let me take this one out. We might be able to double up. Hey!
Numb Halfling is now following.
Thank you, Numb Halfling. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's see, we got, figure out this belt bus situation. Alright, so this is 1. If we go 1 up, that would be 2. If we go 2 up for 2, then 1, 2, this would be, that would be 3. Oh, I have power now. I can fly. I can fly. I believe I can fly. And then that's 4. Yeah, I think we can get all 6 in here. On one floor height. Because that would be 5. Yeah, and then 6 would be up there. I don't need to put them all in. So we can do that. So 3 is where we want to be at, which means our conveyor hole is going to be right behind here. What am I doing? So let's, what? Oh, up and down. I'm a moron. Okay, so that should be the height that we want. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I really want a Control Z on my deletes. That would be awesome if they implemented that. Okay, let's try this again. I want the belt gone. And that gone. But I don't want that gone. I want this gone. And this gone. And this gone. Surgery. Surgery deleting of parts. Y'all are a quiet bunch. Except for Dave. Dave's a talker. Alright, let's see here. Now, we want to make sure that is going the right direction. Like that. And with as close as that... Did that actually connect? Nuh-uh. No, it did not. Alright, so we're going to have to delete this belt out, which means I've got a bunch of extra ingots in my inventory. Grr. I was trying to avoid that. I forgot about the outputs. Alright, now we have ingots on there, and that should be going outside. And I, of course, I gotta make sure I'm at the same one. It looks like we're about 3 ripples down on that. You know, ripples as a unit of measure. Senior Hancho, you're so funny. No, you are the funny one. Okay. Let's see. I do need to get, like, some fun things to do on the channel, though. I like some of the stuff that Frank has, like the jump scare stuff and that kind of thing. Give you guys some toys to play with. Alright. Well, I guess I don't need to think about it if I do it that way, right? I wonder, can I put this small section in? Yeah, I don't have to delete that one. Less ingots in my inventory. Okay, yeah, that kicked over some smelting. Boy, that didn't last long. This already bugs me. Out you go. Let's see. Rotate. I didn't think about that when I was putting the lights in. That when I rotated the corners around, that they were going to be in the wrong orientation. It is really dark in here. I can't really see my lines. Does that look centered to you guys? I think so. Centered that way. Oh, I can center off of the other one. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. And then we just chain that one in. How is that lit? Wait a minute. What? What? It's showing lit up, but it doesn't have the rays. Oh, that's so weird. Now it has the rays coming down. Oh, wow. That's weird. Oh, I was talking about the light panel. I didn't show you guys all the options on this. We have a dimmer switch. Ooh, that didn't really seem to do anything. What? What? Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it did. It's a little brighter, I guess. But the color change is cool. Wait a minute. Did I hook my switch up backwards? Oops, I did. Look. There's your clue right there. Right there. There's your sign. Moron. Jeez. Oh, goodness. I'm like, why is my switches not working? Because you hooked it up backwards. This is why I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. Alright. Now, let's see if this works while we still have nighttime out. Oh, look at that. Yellow dim lights now. There we go. Awesome. Alright, now we can... That's full blast yellow. Wow, that is weird. I don't know if I like that. Green. that's spooky. Blue. Blue's kind of cool. It's kind of like rave in here. Let's see. Let's go. We'll keep that white for now. And then night mode, we will turn on. And then my lights just turned off because it's daytime out. See? The sun has risen. The lights turned off. And this one now annoys me. Yep, I didn't even leave the floor before I had to have that fixed. Oh, bother. Bum, 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 bum. It's probably because I spent so much time designing these things out that I want them to be right for y'all. Yeah, that lines up pretty well. And then run this. Oh, you know what though? That just turned off these machines, didn't it? Does it say no power now? No. Wait a minute, how did that work? Oh, what? That shouldn't be working if the lights aren't working. Does it only do the lights? Well, that would be cool if that's the case. Why aren't you? That was weird. Okay. All my lights should be hooked up. And we'll just give them a check here. Yep. Lights are working. And those are yellow because they're maxed out, but the way they're wired in, they're wired onto the light side of the switch. That shouldn't be working. Just to be on the safe side, we're gonna pull that off of there and run it from here instead. There we go. Yeah, because I don't have a cross connection down here. Interesting. Alright, let's shift that back to night mode. Blink. Lights off. Awesome. Alright, that's our iron ingot factory done. Let's see, let's go to the roof. Okay, cool. Alright. And let's see. Now we should have an output there, we do, and an output there. We will, when we start busting these buildings together, we'll do something with those. Let's get our next building going. Let's start with some roads, if you please. Oh, zoop me. Nope, let's not, because that was the wrong direction. I don't know why you rotated that, but here. Please tell me that was the right direction so I don't have to remark everything. Yes, thank you. And now we gotta turn it that way. Go this way. And we'll change our markings to our corner markings. Blink, blink. Like that. That would be a nice intersection there. And then we can start putting in our actual steel production. Then we will be using 3 out of our 4 inputs until we get maxed out. Actually, you know what, let's go ahead and put in this street too. I think I've got to lift this one to match that level. So I'm going to wait to put in the road so I don't have to delete them and put them back in, because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to map that in yet. Because I do have a clipping situation on that. Oh, I do want to do some of my hillbilly landscaping here. It's kind of like hillbilly fishing, but for landscaping. the best way to clear some land. Dynamite. Boom. Boom goes the plantage. And that clears our road, gives us a nice platform to work from. Let's put in our next city block. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Bunk. Badunk, 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 badunk. Da, 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 da. Oh, I gotta turn that. I guess for Steeltopia, would the main street be Steel Street? I don't know. Maybe it should be Steel Street. Or is that too on the nose? Maybe. Oh, I'm not in blueprint mode. I could have been doing this much faster. Okay, let's do blueprint mode for the last one. Yeah, buddy. Gosh, that is so much easier. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on the second, at least 3. I'm gonna do 3 corners of the second floor. No, I'm not. I'm on a steel plate. Hold on. What do we got? What do we got? We got that one, that one. That's our floor. And yes, I am out of iron plate. So that one's gonna have to bake in a little bit. Aw, poo. This is, I'll tell you, building with designs like this actually does take up quite a few resources. Now I gotta think too, how often are we gonna use a foundry? I'm only really gonna use, well, anytime I have to extend this floor. Let's go design a foundry. Why are you... My trains went back to red. I don't know why. So we're going to shoot over to our designers. And we'll see about making a foundry. So up here I have some coal power. This is the Silicon Valley location where I'm making circuit boards and whatnot. Currently I have a little SAM factory here just to unlock things on the MAM tree. It's kind of a manual production right now. And then we have our hub base with the beautiful views. I set this up for you guys so that my stream can start with a beautiful view, but this isn't my normal morning coffee slot. There's my first trophy unlock there. This is the, what was it, adequate? Yes, adequate pioneer statue. This will be our trophy area. Oh, how many do we have now? Let's check and see what our balance is. 8. Yeah, I can stay on there. Let's see. This we're gonna use the big one for this. Clear this off. Clear. And we need foundries. And if we do, we have a 6x6 build area, which is pretty much, which is the Mark III. I've got the Mark III space marked out there, but if you look where I have this pole here, this is kind of the 6x6 is where this outside section comes to. So we can kind of fit what we want in here. let's see what we're doing with foundries. Foundries, I haven't really done too much with foundries. Oh, they're small. We can get a lot of foundries in here. But we have 2 inputs, so load balancing is tricky. Actually, you know what? I'm out of rotors. I can't do the foundries. You know what? I think I'm going to put that blueprint together offline. We've been on for about 2 hours now, and it's really dinner time for me too. And this is actually a good spot for me to finish. So I think next time we will... Oh, I do have all the city blocks for Steel City there. We've got all the blocks laid out. We actually did our iron ingot block today. That was good. Next time, I think we will do... we should be able to finish off the steel ingot and the copper ingot, I think. I think we should have that. I'll try and make sure I have enough resources to build those out. And we will continue on. Oh, we also got our coal and copper deliveries set up for the city as well. So, man, we actually got a lot done. More than I was expecting to get done, actually. So, I want to thank everybody that raided in. Yes, let's raid out to Essenbar. Essenbar? Essenbar. Thank you for the recommendation, Dave. We will raid out to Essenbar. I just gotta find them and do that raid. I gotta remember how to do raids. I haven't raided in so long because usually nobody's on for me to raid out with. Oh, December? Oh, December. Oh, December. Oh, thanks for the phonetic lesson there. So we're gonna, yeah, we'll raid out to December. Let me get over there and get that set up. And see if I can remember how to do this. I've done it once or twice when I was doing Farm Sim. I would raid out. Let's see if I can go to my channel. Need like a push button for raid. Oh, raid browser. Oh, nice. Let's see. December. There's actually a few people streaming Satisfactory this evening. Let's see if I can find. But I will take Dave's suggestion and we will raid out to December. There they are. Found them. Found them. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. We're going to raid out to December. Thank you for all the follows and likes or all the clicky things you do on your side. Catch me again on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday mornings, Eastern Standard Time, for the morning coffee, where we'll continue building this out. And in the meantime, also make sure you're checking Frank's place out as well. And thanks a lot. Let's raid out.
Which means we're going to be using Mark 6 belts going vertical. That'll clip through that and look reasonable.
Let's see if we
just
see
now
his
noticed
raid.
that. Yeah.
Raid now.
Yeah, that was different. That was different. I'll leave it at that. It was very, very...
All right. See you later.